Welcome back to Walk-Off Charities at Ford Family Park on the Bragan Baseball Complex for Game 2 of this Saturday afternoon doubleheader between the Trinity Baptist College Eagles, the home team, and the visiting Conquistadors of NAIA and USCAA Florida National University. I'm Ray Bureau, and we're ready for game number 2 after the TBC Eagles scored 7 runs in the 5th and 6th innings to come from behind and win game number 1 9-8. Both teams now with a record of 1-1, no games yet in conference play. That'll change soon for TBC in a couple of weeks when they take on, actually next week, Payne College and then Bob Jones University in 2 weeks. So South Region play not that far away. You're looking at the Eagles' defense. We'll tell you that in a little bit. But first, the batting order for the Conquistadors. Christian Phoebus, Adrian Roman, and Eric Rodriguez start things off. The middle third is Cesar Mora, Roger Villarreal, and Christopher Rivera. And rounding out the batting order is Fausto Sanchez, Jason Altuve, and Sam Del Valle. Cole Phillips will be on the mound, but right now you're looking at Jacob Brigman on the mound for the Eagles, a sophomore from Homestead, Florida. Played his high school ball at Florida Christian School. And the defense behind him around the outfield, Graham Gorman is in right, Jacob Burke in center, Gavin Williams in left. We'll give the infield in a moment. The first pitch by Brigman is a fastball up and away for ball 1. At third base is Tyson LaChapelle. The shortstop is Logan McGann. Nate Naguris is at second. And at first base is Darren Goki. Brigman delivers and misses outside for ball 2. Behind the plate, Ryan Ongst. The DH will be Larson Lott. And Brigman on the mound. 2 balls, no strikes. What a comeback by the Eagles in game number 1. Graham Gorman, the 3-run homer. This one is ripped foul down the left side. That was the 3-run bottom of the 5th, and then Trinity Baptist scored 4 times in the 6th. The big blow of that inning was Gavin Williams with a 2-run single, and then Larson Lott drove in Williams with a double. That turned out to be the winning run, driven in by Larson Lott. 2 balls and a strike, and this one is downstairs to Christian Phoebus, who in game number 1 was 3 for 4, drove in 2, and scored 1. Florida National won yesterday 20-7. They scored 4 times in each of the first 3 innings. Swing and a miss at a high fastball. That is strike 2. Trinity tried to make a comeback, but by then it was just a little bit too late. They scored 7 throughout that ball game, most of them late. It was a scheduled 9-inning game, but the 10-run rule came to effect after 7. Here's a 3-2. High pop-up on the infield. Nate Naguris calls everybody off and makes the catch. That ball started to tail away from him with the wind still blowing out, but he stayed with it and made the catch. Adrian Roman steps up to the plate. He had 2 hits in game number 1, also bounced into a double play, so he was 2 for 4. Ryan Ongst, 2-time South Region and All-American Player of the Year in the South Region. Big bat of Ryan Ongst. And the pitch. Check swing. No, says the umpire. And that one is outside. It's ball 1. Rubber game of this 3-game set. Eagles at Payne College next Friday and Saturday. And then at Oakleaf High School to take on Bob Jones University. We played them there one time last year. Roman hit that ball right on the button, got himself a base hit. And so a runner at first with 1 man out for Eric Rodriguez. He was 1 for 4 in the opener, scored a couple of times. Also reached on an error. And both times he got on base, he ended up scoring. Good speed at first base, and Adrian Roman. And a pitch. And a strike called. The athletic director of Florida National University, Mr. Ryan Raposo, and the sports information director is Ms. Brenda Bogle. She and I always have great communication with each other whenever these two schools hook up for baseball or basketball or volleyball or whatever else we feel like playing against each other. That one pulled foul down the right field line. No balls and 2 strikes to Eric Rodriguez, a big, hard-hitting, left-handed first baseman. He is from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Stands at 6'0", 185 pounds, a senior out of Milwaukee Area Technical College. 0-2. Brigman checks that runner and delivers. There's a little looper towards short. McGann will make the catch. Throw back to first. It is not in time. Throw beat him, but the umpire says Goki's foot came off the base a little too early. And the runner is back. That's a line drive to the shortstop and very nearly an inning-ending double play. Cesar Mora at the plate. He drew a walk as a pinch hitter in the top of the 7th in Game 1. Now up there with a runner at first and 2 men out. And Jacob Briggan makes his first pitching appearance. Runner's going. High fly ball, right center field. Jacob Burke makes the catch, and that retires aside. A 1-out single, but nothing else for the Conquistadors. And after a half inning of play, no score. We'll keep it right here and go through the Florida National defense and the Eagles batting order. Logan McGann will lead things off. He's at short. Ryan Onks, the catcher, will bat second. Gavin Williams in left. He will hit third. Darren Goki is the first baseman. He's batting cleanup. Larson Lott did the catching in Game 1. He's a DH in the nightcap. He's batting fifth. Right fielder Graham Gorman played both third base and right field in Game 1. He'll bat sixth. Tyson LaChapelle came in late of Game 1, stayed in at third base, and he's there now in the nightcap. Nate Naguris bats eighth. He's at second. And Jacob Burke in center will bat ninth. They will face Cole Phillips. That's a big man on the mound. 6 foot 8 inches, 230 pounds. A sophomore from Milton, Ontario, Canada. And a transfer from the State University of New York, Nigeria. Check that. New York, Niagara. That makes a lot more sense, Niagara Falls. 6'8". It's going to be hard to get a chopper over his head. The defense behind him. In left field will be Fausto Sanchez. Sam Del Valle is in center. Adrian Roman in right. And the infield consists of Christopher Rivera at third. Jason Altuve, the shortstop. Christian Phoebus is at second. Eric Rodriguez at first. Cesar Mora behind the plate. Roger Villarria is the designated hitter and batting in the fifth hole. So McGann, Ongst, and Williams will get things started off for TBC. And Logan McGann just waiting for Phillips to finish up the warm-up tosses. McGann got a base hit in that 4-run 6th inning and ended up scoring a run. He was 2 for 4 in game number 1. And Phillips finishes his warm-up tosses. And McGann greets the home plate umpire. I do not have the names of the officials here this afternoon, but they did a great job in Game 1. Of course, they switched places here for the second. Very consistent for both teams, and really, I saw one pitch that any batter even questioned. Here's the first pitch, and McGann hits this one hard at Coach Sammy Coffrin down the first baseline. And it is foul. Sammy Coffrin played 4 years here as a TBC Eagle. This is now his second season as an assistant coach. No balls and a strike to Logan McGann. Of course, as the season goes on, we'll be able to give you the updated stats. Just 2 games in so far. And the first pitch fastball, or second pitch fastball, is a strike. And Logan McGann at the plate. Again, got the base hit in the 6th and scored the second of 4 runs. There's a chopper headed towards right field and a base hit. And McGann starts things off the way he did in Game 1 with a base hit. That's his 3rd knock of the afternoon. And it brings up catcher Ryan Ongst, who in Game 1 was 2 for 4. He doubled in the 6th. Then his pinch runner Tyson LaChapelle scored run number 3 of the inning. Both McGann and LaChapelle scored on the double from Gavin Williams. And it is Williams waiting on deck. Homered yesterday. And a fastball is outside. Williams, actually a single in the 6th. He did get a double in the 3rd and scored 2. 1 ball, no strikes. McGann at first. He runs pretty well. Modest lead, nothing excessive. Not going, and Ongst fouls this one off to the left side. 3:15 down the lines, about 3:35 in the alleys, although that isn't shown. And 3:50 to straightaway center. Marilyn Gordon, how you doing, Marilyn? Now a TBC graduate, but very faithful Eagles fan. That one missed outside to even the count at 1-1. Actually, 2 balls and a strike. Runner at first. Ongst digging in. Left-hand hitter, right-handed thrower, and the pitch. There's a chopper that's going to make its way into right field. McGann will hold up at second. Took a big turn. But the right fielder, Adrian Roman, got to the ball pretty quickly and held McGann up. But first 2 men have reached. Ongst with his 3rd hit of the afternoon. And it brings up Gavin Williams, who overall was 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored and 2 RBIs. The courtesy runner for the catcher will be Dominic Gattinella. So Gattinella now at first. Williams hit the Eagles' first home run of the season yesterday. Graham Gorman got one today. And now Williams digs in with 2 on and nobody out. They are giving him both lines. He has all the room he wants should he get one right by the bags. And the first pitch is a fastball low. 1 ball, no strikes. Gavin Williams, a sophomore from Port Orange, Florida. Good speed on the bases for the Eagles. Runners not being held. And the 1-0. And that one is popped up and out of play to the right side. On deck hitter Darren Goki Jr. Started off the pitcher in game number 1. Cruised through the first 2. Had some trouble in the 3rd. Ended up with no decision. And wow, what a curveball there by Phillips. That one tongue-tied me even. Ball and 2 strikes. 6-8. Cole Phillips. Checks that runner, not being held on, and a bouncer in the turf. And a nice grab by the catcher Cesar Mora. This is all artificial surface, infield and outfield. And very bouncy, very squishy. Very spongy as well. We saw some choppers take some really high hops. And we saw one bounce over the outfield fence in game 1. Line drive, base hit into left field. Here comes McGann. He will round 3rd. Gattinella round 2nd to throw to 3rd is not in time. That'll be an RBI double for Gavin Williams, who never stopped running around 1st. And the Eagles lead 1-0. So Gattinella hustles 1st to 3rd, beats the throw, and Logan McGann scores. And Gavin Williams now has his 3rd ribby of the day. That one almost directly down the line. That's his 3rd double of the day, too. That's his 2nd double, 3rd hit. I keep thinking that single in the sixth was a double. That's because he ended up going to second base on the throw. Now Darren Goki at the plate. Did not bat in game one. 1 run in, 2 men in scoring position, and a high drive, well hit, straightaway center field. That should be caught. Runners tagging. Here comes Gattinella, and the Eagles lead 2-0. Goki hit the daylights out of that one. If he got it up, it would have had a chance. And a really nice over-the-shoulder catch by Sam Del Valle out there in center field. Goes as a sacrifice fly and an RBI, and the Eagles, as they did earlier today, score 2 in the first inning. Only 1 out, and Larson Lott at the plate. He walked 3 times and then drove in a run with a double in the sixth. Ended up the game-winning run. And the pitch. And that one plunks him right on the back of the helmet, and Lott is aboard. So he drives in the game winner in game 1. He walked 3 times. His courtesy runners scored 2 of those runs, and now he's aboard after being hit by a pitch. Well, the Eagles have swung the bats very well in this first inning. The only out was on a scorcher caught in center field. They have 2 men on, and Graham Gorman at the plate. Gorman was 2 for 4 and drove in 4 runs in game 1, 3 of them on 1 swing, with the 3-run homer the opposite way. Larson Lott is the DH, so he will do his own base running this time. Conference on the mound. Phillips will stay in. Blake Bandy got the win in relief, and Drew Billings got the save. We also saw Caden Butler in that 7th inning. He got 1 of the 3 outs, and then Billings shut the door. First pitch to Graham Gorman, and it is outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Eagles have really hit the ball well. Phillips, his first appearance of the season. Checks that runner, not being held. And that one is way off the plate. And with Eric Rodriguez not holding the runner at first, Gavin Williams is also getting a very good lead. 2 balls, no strikes. Gorman in the driver's seat, and the pitch is up and in. Crowding the plate. Phillips backed him off a bit, but it's 3-0. We're about the mid-50s right now. It's been gorgeous out here. A little cool, but we're okay with that. It's much better than it was most of the week. And this one is a strike at the knees. No complaint from Gorman. It's 3-1. 3 balls and a strike. 1 out, 2 runs are in. Eagles trying to tack on some more. Phillips delivers a 3-1. Line drive, that's caught, and that's going to be a double play to end the inning. Another hard hit ball caught, and that retires a side. Line drive to the first baseman, and then Rodriguez easily steps on the bag, and that ends the inning. The Eagles, though, get 2. They hit the ball very well. 3 hits and leave 1. After 1, it's Trinity Baptist 2, Florida National nothing. We'll be right back on the TBC Eagles Sports Network. It is 5, 6, and 7 due up for the Conquistadors. Roger Villarreal, Christopher Rivera, and Fausto Sanchez. Rivera, the designated hitter, steps in, facing Jacob Brigman. Hit the grand slam in the third inning of Game 1. His only hit. That broke a 2-2 tie, and he hammers this one into center. That's going to get by Burke, roll to the wall, and Rivera on the first pitch doubles his way aboard. Hit that ball right on the screws. So he is aboard. Second hit for the Conquistadors, and Christopher Rivera at the plate. It was Rivera who hit the grand slam. Boy, I'm really making the mistakes early on here. Villarreal did walk twice. One of those with the bases loaded for a ribby, and he scored one. It was Rivera who hit the grand slam that broke then a 2-2 tie. And the pitch. And it is down in the dirt. It is 2-0 in favor of TBC in the top of the second. But the Conquistadors are already threatening. They got the leadoff double. And a pitch. That one's in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Rivera, the third baseman for Coach Nicholas Strong, who's assisted by Roberto Rodriguez. Brigman delivers. A fastball misses outside. Count now 2 balls and a strike. Counts 2-1. Lot of room down both left field and right field lines. And the pitch. Big swing. That ball would have gone about 400 feet if he had squared it up. Rivera just missed it. Counts 2-2. Brigman got away with one there. Rodriguez homered for FNU in yesterday's ball game. Each team has homered twice in the series. Pickoff play at second, and they got him! Jacob Brigman with a very quick turn. He fires it to Logan McGann, and that leadoff double is erased. 1-6 on the putout, the pickoff, and the bases are now empty. That was one terrific turn by Jacob Brigman. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch is outside for ball 3. So we've now seen a pickoff in both games. I forgot which pitcher, but the Eagles picked a man off first in game 1. And ball 4, so how big is that pickoff now? Instead of 2 on, nobody out. Runner at first with 1 out. That's the first walk issued by Jacob Brigman, and it brings up Fausto Sanchez, the left fielder. Number 7 man in the batting order. He was 1 for 3 in game 1, plus a sacrifice bunt. And the pitch, and it's on the inner half for a strike. That sacrifice bunt came in the 7th. Rivera walked to start the inning and then got into scoring position, but then Billings was able to come in, get the final 2 men out. Swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes. And Brigman sets for the 0-2 pitch. High pop-up. Foul territory, left side. LaChapelle had it sliced back away from him. Tried to dive, but couldn't get there. And so Sanchez is still alive. The wind is blowing out. Last I checked, 8 miles per hour. get the ball up high. That's enough to take the ball away. And those high pop-ups, they tend to tail back toward the field of play. When they're up there that long, that spin on the ball, LaChapelle overran it and couldn't get back in time. Curved ball that the Eagles fans wanted but didn't get the call. And that's 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes. 1 out with that runner at first. Eagles lead 2-0. Top of the second. And the pitch is a fastball outside. Ongst, after making the catch, peered down toward first just in case Rivera thought of doing anything fancy. And now the 2-2 from Jacob Brigman. Line drive, well hit into center. That will bounce for a base hit. Burke will get it back in quickly and hold Rivera to second. And there are 2 on with 1 away. That's hit number 3 for the Conquistadors. Jason Altuve at the plate. Number 8 man in the order, shortstop. And in game number 1, had a sacrifice fly to drive in a run and a walk. He was 0 for 2 officially. And the pitch. Squares around to bunt his way aboard, but pulled it foul. He did not give that one away, but he might have chased one in off the plate. Now LaChapelle will come in at third. Goki, even with the bag at first, now takes a few steps in. Southpaw delivers. The 0-1, just a bit outside. And count even at 1-1. Now that sun is starting to move and come right into the eyes. There's a canopy above us, but that sun's right at the edge of the canopy. So here's a 1-1. That one's foul tipped. Ongst did not hold on. So that's just a foul ball. Counts now 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes. Hopefully I won't need sunglasses, but I got them ready because that sun's about to peer in. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Brigman checks that runner at second and delivers. And that one is a little bit high, and that evens things up at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 2 men aboard. The pickoff play looking very big now. Check of the runner at second, not being held on, and a breaking ball a little too soon, and a nice block by the catcher. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Make that 3-2. Payoff pitch. Will the runners go? There's 1 out. They don't. Swing and a miss. Altuve chased ball 4. And Brigman catches a break and gets his first strikeout. Sam Del Valle at the plate. In game number 1, he walked twice, stole a base, and scored twice. Batted 8th then, batting 9th now, and this one is outside. That means Christian Phoebus is on deck. Brigman trying to make sure he worries about Phoebus next inning. Nate Naguris trying to keep the runner close at second. He'll bounce back into position. The 1-0 is in the dirt. Another block by Ryan Ongst. 2 balls, no strikes. Eagles lead 2-0 and trying to keep it that way. But the Conquistadors have the tying runs aboard. Brigman, the 2-0. Swing and a miss. Del Valle jumped out of his shoes at that one. That one was a little bit off speed. Good change of pace by Brigman. And he peers in for a 2-1. Runners not being held, and the pitch, a breaking ball, got away from Brigman and misses outside. That's ball 3. Now, if you're DeValley, if it's not the pitch you want, you got to take strike 2. Give those runners a chance with the full count. And he fouls this one off. That's what will happen. That was one he did like, and he jumped all over it and was out in front. We got Abby on camera this afternoon, as always, doing a great job. Sam is our official stats keeper. They both made fun of me in game 1 on my solid single. Now the payoff pitch. The runners will be going. There they go. Ball 4 is high. And now Coach Broaden is saying that ball was tipped. The umpire says no. Ryan Onks came up looking for the same call. But it is ball 4 to load the bases. With the crowd noise, I didn't hear any tip. I have to admit that. Walk number 2 of the inning, and it brings up Kristen Phoebus. Now Coach Copeland wants to make sure of that call. The umpire says no foul tip. Onks did catch the ball. That would have been strike 3, but the bases are loaded. Now the umpires are going to have a conversation. I don't expect them to overturn, but give them credit. They'll talk about it. Again, with the crowd noise, I have to admit, I did not hear any contact. And ball 4 will stand. Well, Brigman will get a fresh count, and now Coach Broden will have him hold on a bit and have a little conversation. The inning started with a double by Roger Villarria. He was picked off, and then a walk, a single, a strikeout, and a walk. That second walk loaded him up. Kristen Phoebus started the ball game with a pop-up to second base. He has a chance to at least tie the score. 2 men in scoring position, another one at first. Phoebus had 2 separate RBI singles in game 1. He was 3 for 4 overall. He has room up the middle, and the first pitch from Brigman is a breaking ball outside. Big opportunity for Florida National right here. Brigman needs just one more out. Eagles got an opportunity and cashed in for 2. Except for a hard line drive double play, they could have gotten more. Swing and a miss at a big rip. So the count 1-1. Now we're back at Trinity Ball Yard. We'll most likely have our score line on the screen like we normally do. Here's the 1-1 from Brigman. High pop-up. Center field. Burke drifting back. Still drifting and makes the catch about a step in front of the 350 sign. And that retires a side. With that short field out there, it was difficult to tell where that ball would come down. And the high sky makes it difficult for the outfielders. But Eagles get out of the inning. Brigman strands 3. Bottom of the second coming up. 2-0 TBC. Bottom of the second, and our first look of the ball game at Tyson LaChapelle, the number 7 hitter. So 7, 8, 9 due up. LaChapelle played some defense late in game one. He chops this one towards third, and Rivera with a strong throw to first. One pitch, one out. And that brings up Nate Naguris in game number one. Nothing out of 3. And Naguris trying to start a one-out rally. Jacob Burke on deck, then the top of the order. And the first pitch, this one is fouled off. Cole Phillips had some trouble in the first. Even the outs were hit very hard. He allowed 2 runs, both earned on 3 hits. No balls and a strike. And the pitch. And a breaking ball, a little low and inside. Count even up at 1-1. Each team has won a game in the series. Big win for the Conquistadors yesterday. Big comeback win for TBC earlier today. This one in the dirt. Florida National put yesterday's game out of reach early on. Had an 8-2 lead in the 5th, and Trinity Baptist came back to win it 9-8. Here's a 2-1, and that one hits the bat. Naguris tried to check, but fouled it off. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. One out, bases empty, bottom of the second. Long look by Phillips. And here's a 2-2. There's a high chopper towards second. Should be an easy play for Phoebus. Naguris hustled, made it closer than I would have thought of off the bat, but they got the out. These Eagles, they don't give up. They see an opportunity. They're trying their best to get aboard. Jacob Burke at the plate. Number 9 hitter. 0 for 2, but had a very crucial sacrifice bunt in the 6th inning of game number 1 to help TBC score 4 runs. Burke also played very solidly in center field, and this one is in the dirt. He made that catch up against the fence half an inning ago to end that Conquistadors threat. A ball and no strikes. 2 outs, bases empty. And this one is well off the plate. Phillips now at 26 pitches. Not a high total, but he had some pretty stressful pitches in the first inning. There's a chopper towards short. 3 choppers and 3 outs to 3 different men. Third, second, and short. 1, 2, 3 go the Eagles in the second. Top of the third coming up, 2-0 TBC. Jacob Brigman gets ready to start inning number 3. In his 2 innings so far, 3 hits, no runs. He has walked 2 and struck out 1. He will face 2, 3, and 4 to start things off in the third. Roman, Rodriguez, and Mora. He has thrown 40 pitches. And Adrian Roman at the plate, 1 for 1, singled in the first, but did not go any further. And Brigman, with the first pitch, a high fastball swung on and missed. Conquistadors, they don't strike out a whole lot, but today, in 8+ innings now, they've chased some pitches out of the zone. No balls and a strike. And the pitch. There's a hard hit ground ball cut off by LaChapelle. The throw to first in time. That ball looked like it was ticketed for left field, but LaChapelle cut that one off and got a good throw. So 1 out, and it brings up first baseman Eric Rodriguez, who hit a soft line drive to short his first time up. 1 out, base is empty. And Rodriguez steps in. Senior from Milwaukee. And the first pitch, curveball, got him right on the back. And Rodriguez will simply trot down to first base. So each team has now been hit by a pitch. Brings up Cesar Mora, who flew out to center to end the first. Runner at first, 1 out. Brigman, the lefty, gets a great look at the runner. Very modest lead by Rodriguez. Ball bounces but doesn't get far away. Ryan Ongst is usually very good at blocking pitches. He keeps that ball in front of him. Runners don't usually run. Ongst has a really good arm from behind the plate. He likes to throw runners out. Got a congratulations to tell you about in a moment to a former Eagle. And a high pop foul is out of play. Cale Jones, a TBC graduate, played 1 year at TBC, and as a catcher set a team record of throwing out potential base stealers. He's now in his 3rd professional season. You can read about that on tbceagles.com. Brigman throw to first, and the runner back in time. It's not the first player that Coach Copeland has seen go to the professional ranks. Of course, Coach Copeland's been the only head coach here at TBC in season number 10. Coach Copeland out of Biola University. 2 balls and a strike. Brigman delivers. There's a high fly, well hit towards center. Burke back on the track, makes the catch. Runner bluffs the tag, and Burke makes a very good throw, 1 hopper back to the bag. So the second time that Jacob Burke has had to make a catch right up against that 350. Cale Jones has now signed with the Empire Instructional League. He played 2 seasons with the Tri-City Valley Cats. Entering his 3rd year of professional baseball. Brigman throw to first, and the runner back. Jones transferred to TBC a couple of years ago from Weber International. Played his senior year as an Eagle. Hit some home runs, but really drove in runs and threw out base stealers. That one got the corner. 0-1. Congratulations to Cale Jones. No balls and a strike. And the pitch. This one is outside. Count even at 1-1. And the 1-1 pitch is up and away. Also in TBC baseball news, this is the 10th season of Eagles baseball, and we put up a few days ago the Eagles all-decade roster. The team began play in 2015, so it's a decade of play not on the calendar. So if you click on baseball news on tbceagles.com, you can see the players, far too many just to mention, that have made the all-decade team. No current players were eligible to make that list. But when they're done playing here, we'll have a few that could end up on the next one. And a pitch, a ground ball towards third. LaChapelle with the throw to first. It's off the bag. Goki had to come off and make the catch. That will be a throwing error on the third baseman. And instead of ending the inning, Florida National now has a tying runs on base. And it goes an E5. Christopher Rivera at the plate, drew a walk in the second. TBC has also been selected one of 4 teams to play in the return of the NCCAA Division II Invitational, February 13 to 15. High pop-up, and that one goes out of play. Eagles will be the number 3 seed in that 4-team field. Southeastern Baptist, Arlington Baptist from Arlington, Texas, and Champion Christian from Hot Springs, Arizona are the other 3 teams who will participate. The NCCAA Division II Invitational, February 13th through the 15th. That one is in the dirt. Both runners will advance. And that wide throw has allowed 2 runners eventually to get into scoring position. That'll be a wild pitch. They are going to play that game at Arlington Baptist University in Arlington, Texas, that invitational. A ball and a strike. And Brigman delivers and misses outside with the curveball. First base is open. If ball 4 happens, not a terrible thing. Fausto Sanchez is scheduled to hit next. Rivera, opportunity to tie it up. And the pitch. High pop-up. Headed toward the dugout and out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes. There's some movement in the Eagles bullpen. Nobody throwing, but a couple of Eagles getting a little antsy. Conquistador bullpen very quiet. Brigman 2-2. And the pitch. Upstairs, ball 3. That one got away from Brigman just a bit. Had a lot of velocity, but the direction of that vector a little bit outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Both runners lead off, and the pitch. Curveball, got him looking to end the inning. Rivera took that complimentary first step, but strike 3 called, and a big curveball for Jacob Brigman. Strands 2. The error does not hurt, and the Eagles come to bat in the bottom of the 3rd, leading 2-0. We'll We go to the bottom of the third. A beautiful curveball from Jacob Brigman stranded the runners at second and third. Eagles hold on to their 2-0 lead as they come to bat with the top of the order due up. Logan McGann, Ryan Ongst, and Gavin Williams. Cole Phillips allowed 2 runs in the first, but had a 1-2-3 second. 3 hits. He hasn't walked anyone. He hasn't struck out anyone. Logan McGann started that 2-run rally, leading off the ball game with a base hit into right. Phillips working from the stretch, and the first pitch sliced foul and out of play. It was cold when we woke up. It feels great out here now. And we're going to hit the 60s before too long. Not today, but early in the week. No balls and a strike. And the pitch. And that one is outside. Of course, we continue to pray for our brothers and sisters throughout Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, and North Carolina, the flood victims recovering. And for our brothers out in California, dealing with the wildfires. That one is in the dirt. That's ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Cole Phillips, a big man on the mound. Here's a 2-1. High drive, well hit, left center field. This ball is on the ground. It bounces up against the wall. McGann will round second and hold up there after a big turn with a leadoff double. Logan McGann swinging the bat very well. Had a base hit in the 6th earlier. Now 2 for 2 in game number 2. So he's aboard in scoring position for Ryan Ongst, who singled and scored in the first, or actually his courtesy runner, Dominic Gattinella, did. Ongst the catcher. He got the base hit. Gattinella scored the run. RBI opportunity for the 5th-year senior, who takes a pitch upstairs on the edge of the zone for strike 1. No balls and a strike. McGann, good speed at second base. Hit into the outfield, will likely score the run. And the 1-0. The 0-1 is inside. 1-1. And they are definitely playing him to pull. Left field line. We're talking wide open. Fausto Sanchez is in line with first and second. Here's the 1-1. And that one is down low. Ongst will pull the ball if given the opportunity, but he has no problem going the other way. 2 balls and a strike. And the pitch. Breaking ball. Got the top of the zone. Ongst didn't like that one, but it's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Phillips delivers a 2-2, a breaking ball just a bit inside. That fills it up. Eagles developmental basketball team got a win this afternoon, 80-56 over Rising Stars Academy. They led at halftime 41-18. The two teams played almost dead even in the second half, but that's the importance of getting off to a big start. Ongst draws the walk. We'll see if Gattinella comes out again, and yes, he does. So 80-56 was a score. Jesse Mitchell scored 20 points for the Eagles. Brian Falcon had 18. They were the only Eagles in double digits, but a whole lot of gentlemen scored points. 9 from Michael Carter. That box score is on the JV schedule on TBCEagles.com. And this one is in the dirt. And a nice backhanded stop by Cesar Mora. So the Eagles developmental team has won a few ball games in a row. They'll play next Saturday before the Bob Jones doubleheader. Runners are going. There's a ground ball up the middle. Could be two. Note they're just going to go to first and get the out. Another hard hit ball caught on a great sliding play by Christian Phoebus. For a moment, it looked like he was able to get the flip, but instead he came up, fired to first, got Gavin Williams. But Williams does advance McGann to third and Gattinella to second. With the runners going, both Phoebus and Altuve were heading up the middle. That may have cost them a hit and a run. But Phoebus made a great sliding play. Credit him. Darren Goki has a chance to drive in two. He drove in one in the first with a line drive sac fly to center. Breaking ball is up and away. He hit that ball awfully hard. The catch was made by Del Valle over the shoulder. It's only one out, so if he can get another one into the outfield, it will likely produce a run. The 1-0. That one is into the outfield. One run will score. That's McGann. Gattinella will stop at third. Roman hustled and got the ball in quickly. Second RBI of the game for Darren Goki. His first hit, and the Eagles lead 3-0. Gattinella stops at third. There's one out for Larson Lott, who was hit by a pitch his first time. Corner infielders are in. Middle infielders are back at double play depth. Time called. Coach Strong heads out to the mound. And there's a gentleman coming in from the bullpen, so we'll pause here and tell you about the new pitcher in just a minute on TBC Eagles. New pitcher is Julian Cazares, making his first appearance of the season. He is a 6'1", 195-pound freshman from Lehigh Acres, Florida. He will take over for Cole Phillips, who pitched 2 1/3. 3 runs allowed. He is responsible for the runners on base. Phillips allowed 5 hits, 1 walk, and no strikeouts. Larson Lott at the plate. The first man Cazares will face, squares around a bunt, Runners going. It is Darren Goki, who just got the base hit to drive in a run, and he steals second base. Pitch was a ball. So 1 ball, no strikes. Chance to drive in 2 for Lott. No official at bat, hit by a pitch. Takes a fastball for a strike. Lott walked 3 times in game 1. Drove in a run with a double. And no official at bat in game 2. The 1-1. Low and outside. 2 balls and a strike. Kazanis making his college debut. Inherits a tough situation. He will wind up now with runners at second and third. And the 2-1. Ground ball, should at least score a run. Great play by Phoebus again. He'll get the out at first, but the Eagles lead 4-0 as Dominic Gattinella crosses the plate. Credit Lott with an RBI. There are 2 outs. Darren Goki advances to third. Bases are now empty, except for Goki at third. And Graham Gorman at the plate. He lined into a double play to end the first inning. And that first pitch is outside. One ball, no strikes. And this one gets away. Here comes Goki. The play at the plate. It is in time. Umpire had to make sure that Cazares held the ball. The tag applied just ahead of Goki touching the plate, and that ends the inning. Goki hustling, but a good job by Cesar Mora, and they got the out. Eagles, though, get 2. Lott will lead off the 4th. Eagles do bat around in the inning, and after 3, lead it 4-0. Jacob Brigman, 3 scoreless innings so far, just 3 hits allowed. He has walked 2, struck out 2. 7, 8, and 9 due up Sanchez, Altuve, and Del Valle. Don't rest on a 4-0 lead. This team can put up runs on the board in a hurry, as we've seen twice already in this series. First pitch, breaking ball, misses for ball 1. We are at Ford Family Park on the southeast side of Jacksonville. There's a chopper towards second. Naguris plays the 2-hopper, throw to first in time. He knew he had time and made sure of the out at first. So 1 away. Thank you to Frank Frangie. Long-time broadcaster, very well known here in Jacksonville. He does the play-by-play for the Jaguars radio on 1010XL. He owns and operates Ford Family Parks Bragan Baseball Complex, so we thank Mr. Frank Frangie for allowing us to use his field today. Trinity Ball Yard under some maintenance as this one is fouled away, and it will be a few weeks before we're able to play on our home field. No balls and a strike. Next weekend is away, and the series that follows will be played at Oakleaf High School in Orange Park. Here's a one-strike pitch, and a breaking ball is in the dirt. Former Eagle Matt Carter is the head coach of Oakleaf High School. He will graciously allow us to use his field for a couple of days. Well, his team not quite ready for high school play just yet. Those teams are warming up. They'll be on the field before long. A swing and a foul back, and it's 1-2. I'll always remember that day Matt Carter had against Southern Wesleyan, a Division II team, and in a doubleheader, Matt Carter hit 3 home runs, 2 in one game, obviously, and got another one in the second game of that doubleheader. At Trinity Ball-Yard, a Major League size field, and swing and a miss. That is strike 3. Altuve is out on strikes. Number 3 for Jacob Brigman. And Sam Del Valle is at the plate. No official at-bat. He drew a walk in the second. Conquistadors loaded the bases. That ball caught at the fence off the bat of Phoebus. Ended the inning. High pop-up, and this one is out of play. No balls and a strike. Pretty good crowd on hand here, as we're not even on our home field. But the Eagles fans, their families and their parents of the players, made the drive over. It's gorgeous out here. One strike pitch is upstairs. Hello to YouTube and Doris Johns Fitzner letting us know you're watching. Appreciate the comments. Participating in the chat. A ball and a strike. Brigman looking for his first 1-2-3 inning. And he got it. Nope, that's only strike 2. I'm a little ahead of myself. I was looking for the 1-2-3 myself. But he did get strike 2. Nice slow curve. Little 12-6 action. And here comes the 1-2 from Jacob Brigman. Del Valle digs in, and the pitch. Another curved ball, but this one bounces. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Coach Jones now in attendance, the athletic director of Trinity Baptist College. I am the sports information director. Here is a 2-2. And a good swing and a foul back. Got a piece of it. Eagles lead 4-0. Conquistadors trying to rally, but there are 2 outs in the top of the 4th. Eagles looking to sweep the doubleheader and win the series 2-1. Brigman 1 pitch away from a 1-2-3 4th. He got it that time with the fastball called in the inside corner. Del Valle knew it. 2 consecutive strikeouts to end the inning. Conquistadors go down in order, and after 3.5, TBC leads 4-0. Eagles come to bat leading 4-0 in the bottom of the fourth. 6, 7, and 8 are due up. Graham Gorman, Tyson LaChapelle, and Nate Naguris. 2 runs in each of the first 2 innings for TBC. And the first pitch to Gorman is a strike. Had the 3-run homer in game 1, part of that big comeback. Lined into a double play his first time up in the nightcap. And 1 strike, and the pitch is low and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Julian Cazanes on the mound for Florida National. 1 batter faced so far, and he got that man out on a hard hit ground ball and a great play by Phoebus at second base. 2 balls and a strike. Cazanes delivers. Good fastball right by the hitter. And Cazanes is not wasting any time. He likes to get it and throw it. Freshman from Lee Acres, Florida, Lehigh Acres. And the breaking ball is in the dirt. Gateway High School in Lehigh Acres. He's a tall man, not as tall as Cole Phillips. There aren't many who are. Cazanes is over 6 feet. Here comes a payoff pitch. And got him swinging. A couple of good fastballs right by Gorman, and there's 1 away. That is strikeout number 1 for Cazanes. He's trying to keep this game 4-0 and give his high-powered offense a chance to come back. Jacob Brigman has been brilliant through 4 innings. Tyson LaChapelle grounded 1 hard to third his first time up, and he takes a strike. 1 strike pitch, another lively fastball, and that one had some movement on it too, and it's strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. And Cazanes wants a new set of signs. Now ready, here comes a 2-strike pitch. Fastball misses the outside corner. So the count's 1-2. Nate Naguris, Jacob Burke, next 2 scheduled hitters. Here's a 1-2. Fastball is outside to even the count at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Hit hard right at Phoebus, who will make the play. That's twice LaChapelle has barreled 1 up, but on the ground right at somebody. So 2 outs, bases empty for Nate Naguris. Grounded to second his first time up. Eagles have 5 hits, 4 runs. They have committed 1 error. 0, 3, and 0 for the Conquistadors. And Cazanes' first pitch is a nice nifty curveball to Nate Naguris. And it's in there for a strike. Again, no time wasted and a big fastball. Trying to see that radar gun down in the bleachers. I can't see it right now. That was a good fastball there. 2 strikes. Cazanes delivers another fastball, and he strikes out man 1 and man 3 in the inning, sandwiched around a ground ball. So after 4, Trinity Baptist leads 4-0. Top of the fifth and top of the order for the Conquistadors, Phoebus, Roman, and Rodriguez. Jacob Brigman, 4 scoreless innings, 3 hits, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. Julian Cesaros has retired all 4 men he has faced for Florida National. Brigman with the first pitch, curveball in there for a strike. 0-1. No changes for the Eagles. Same starting 9 defensively. And a 1-strike pitch is a breaking ball, misses outside. One ball, 1 strike. These two teams getting started before most of the baseball teams do. Here's a 1-1. High fly ball, well hit right center field. 2 outfielders giving chase. It will be Gorman making the catch. He still had a little bit of room, not much, and he puts it away for the out. That's twice Christian Phoebus made things interesting in the outfield. 1 out. Of course, the northern teams, they have to start early by making trips down south, or they won't get much playing time in. That's one of the reasons we start in January or early February. And Brigman pitching to Roman. Breaking ball misses inside. The Division I teams here in Jacksonville, North Florida and Jacksonville University, they'll be starting up soon, and their softball teams. They usually do play a plethora of northern teams throughout February and early March. And the pitch is outside. So the advantage is many home games when the southern teams play the northern teams. And being in Florida, we get to play baseball year-round. 2 balls, no strikes. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Took a little something off it. Had the hitter out in front. Roman singled in the first, grounded to third in the third. So he's 1 for 2. Base is empty, 1 out. We're in the 5th. That one a low, and that's ball 3, I believe. Yes, it is. Three balls and a strike. Some soft tossing going on in the Eagles bullpen. And a strike called on the outside corner. And now that soft tossing is starting to look a little more serious. Drew Billings is warming up. He got the save in Game 1. Three balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. A tailing fastball. And that is strikeout number 5 for Jacob Brigman. We failed to call a player of the game in Game 1. It's hard to give it to any one person. Gavin Williams drove in 2. Graham Gorman drove in 4. 3-run homer started that comeback. So we'll go ahead now and late call Graham Gorman Game 1's player of the game. 2 outs, base is empty. And a fastball up and in. One ball, no strikes. Right now it would definitely be Jacob Brigman. 1 ball, no strikes, and the pitch. Fastball on the outside corner for the strike. Count even up at 1-1. Brigman had a 1-2-3 fourth. He's now retired 6 in a row. And the 1-1. Curveball stayed inside. Rodriguez has lined softly to short and been hit by a pitch. Brigman looking for his 2nd straight perfect inning. He's behind, though, 2-1 to the number 3 hitter. There's a chopper towards first and foul. Goki made a nice backhanded play, but wrong side of the line. Of course, it's not where the player is when he catches the ball, it's where the ball passes the bag. 2 balls, 2 strikes. I'm just going to guess right now a slow curve for strike 3. Here comes a 2-2. There's a slow curve, but it was fouled off. I was half right. So count remains 2-2. Rodriguez trying to keep it alive. Cesar Mora is the on-deck hitter. 2-2, and Brigman delivers. Fastball drilled into right field. That's a base hit. And Gorman will cut it off and keep the runner to a single. That ball was up a little bit. It was off speed, but Rodriguez went up and got it and smoked it into right. Hit number 4 for the Conquistadors. So a runner at first, 2 outs. Cesar Mora at the plate. He has twice flied to center. Brigman has now thrown 85 pitches. He does qualify for the win should the Eagles hold the lead. Just a soft toss, but it does go down as a pickoff attempt. And the pitch is in there for a strike. So Brigman, I'm guessing, will try to empty the tank. He's approaching 90 pitches. 1 strike. And there's double barrel action now in the Eagles bullpen. And this one misses up and away. Drew Billings is still throwing. And the second Eagle kind of hidden from my view right now. A ball and a strike. And the pitch is in the dirt, blocked by Angst. Nothing going on. And now I can see that it is Preston Leach warming up in the bullpen. Freshman from Port Orange, Florida. One on, 2 out, and Brigman the 2-1. High pop-up, out of play. And that was pitch number 89 for Jacob Brigman. Sophomore from Homestead, Florida. Played first base in game 1. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. You want to get it done here, not go full. This fly ball is out of play. As you go full, you give that runner on first a head start. There you see on the screen that sun starting to peer in through the press box glass. Here's a 2-2. And that one tapped foul right in front of the plate. I believe it hit off Angst. Count remains 2-2. Brigman now over 91 pitches. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And he steps off the mound. Brigman heard something. It made him break his concentration. He did the right thing by stepping off before checking out the noise. Here's a 2-2. And that one misses up high to fill the count. And now Eric Rodriguez will get that head start. Goki will not hold him on. They're going to play back to knock down the grounder and get the out. So Rodriguez will get a bigger lead, and he'll take off once Brigman makes his move. There goes the runner. Line drive, base hit into left. Rodriguez will stop at second. He had a big turn. He was running on the pitch, of course, with a full count. And that is hit number 5 for the Conquistadors. So Mora, after Rodriguez, keeps it alive, singles his way aboard. And it brings up Roger Villarreal. That might be all for Jacob Brigman. 93 pitches. No runs, but he is responsible for the men on base. We'll see if somebody comes in out of the bullpen or if this is just a conference. You know, Brigman does not want to come out. Right now, there's no indication. Next batter, Villarreal. And it looks like Brigman's going to get an opportunity to finish this 5th inning. Villarreal is 1 for 2, a double and an error that allowed him to board. He was picked off second after that double. I have to believe this will be Brigman's last man, regardless of what happens. Christopher Rivera waits on deck. He now represents the tying run. Villarreal takes a strike. 2 outs, top of the 5th. Fly ball, a strikeout, and back-to-back singles. No balls and a strike. And Brigman delivers. This one is out of play to the right side. Goki over there giving it a good look, but it's well out of reach. No balls, 2 strikes. I say right here, throw your best pitch, which for Brigman is the slow curve. Here's a 2-strike delivery. Fastball misses high. Count now 1-2. Infield playing back. They have a force at any of the 3 bags. Here comes the 1-2. It is a breaking ball and misses outside. And again, definitely want to get it done on the 2-2 and not give both runners a head start. Tying run is in the on-deck circle. It's 4-0 Eagles. We're in the 5th. Villarreal digs in. Ground ball gets by Goki at first. A run will score. Another man on his way to third. That ball bounced over Goki's glove for an RBI single for Roger Villarreal. That 2-out single comes in to score. Mora goes first to third. Good base running. And Villarreal keeps the inning alive and gets the RBI. His first of the game. It's now 4-1. And Brigman still with an opportunity to finish off the inning. Angst relays the first and third signals to the defense. Christopher Rivera at the plate, a walk and a strikeout. And a hard foul ball right at his third base coach. Leach and Billings have both stopped throwing in the bullpen. No balls and a strike. The ball wasn't hit all that hard by Villarreal, but it bounced over the glove of a diving Darren Goki. High drive, center field. Burt coming in, and he makes the catch to end the inning. Conquistadors get 1 run on 3 hits and leave 2. We go to the bottom of the 5th with the Eagles leading 4-1 on the TBC Eagles Sports Network. Bottom of the fifth, the Eagles lead 4-1. FNU, after the first two men out in the fifth, got three consecutive singles, and the run driven in by Villarreal, and then Rivera flies out to end the inning. 9-1-2 due up in the bottom of the fifth. Jacob Burke, Logan McGann, and Ryan Ongst facing Julian Cazares. He has retired all four men he has faced, and that first one got away from him. One ball, no strikes to Burke. Grounded to short, his only time up so far. That one a little bit high, and that's ball two. Two balls, no strikes. And Cazares with the pitch. There's a chopper towards third. That's Rivera. Throw to first is in the turf, but dug out, and the out recorded at first base. A play very similar to that ended game number one. Brigman, then playing first base, made that kind of a scoop to end the ball game. Now here's Logan McGann, who is 2 for 2 with 2 runs scored, a single and a double. And a hard fastball from Julian Cazares. Cazares. I've been saying it incorrectly because I wrote it down wrong. Ball and a strike. And Cazares, again, wasting no time. Forget about the pitch clock with him. He misses outside. It's 2-1. That glare on the screen is the sun coming through the window and reflecting off the back wall. High pop up, and it will get out of play and go over our heads inside the box. Again, very little foul territory, especially compared to Trinity Ball Yard. Two balls, two strikes, one out, base is empty. Bottom of the fifth, and the Eagles get the base runner as McGann gets hit in the back. His third time on base in this ball game. That's a second Eagle hit by a pitch, and it brings up Ryan Ongst, who has a single, a walk, and 2 runs scored. Actually, his courtesy runner actually scored the runs. Ongst is the catcher, and slight delay, a little equipment adjustment at first base. Good speed aboard. And the first pitch, he's on the go. The ball's in the turf, and the throw will not be made. Ball bounced away from Cesar Mora. Logan McGann steals the base. He was going on the pitch, so he gets the steal. Nice insurance run for the Eagles to pick up. They lead by 3. And the fastball is upstairs. Looking ahead to the 6th for the Conquistadors, Sanchez, Altuve, and Del Valle, 7, 8, and 9 due up, barring any changes. Ongst is well ahead. 2 balls, no strikes. And he takes a fastball. It spins him around inside for ball 3. Cazares, 31 pitches, but he's been very effective. Retired his first 5 men before plunking McGann. And now he plunks Ongst, and the Eagles have 2 men aboard with 1 out. And we'll see if Gattinella comes out again for Ongst. He does have to get to the bag first. And that's a third Eagle to be hit by a pitch. Gattinella has his helmet and a sliding glove on, and he will trot to first and be the courtesy runner again for Ryan Ongst. The Eagles have something brewing here without the benefit of a hit. There's a conference on the mound. I don't see anyone coming in from the bullpen at the moment. And with the sun bearing down from the Conquistador bullpen, it's very difficult to see what's happening behind the fence. Now the home plate umpire is coming out to say, let's keep things moving. Next batter will be Gavin Williams, who had an RBI double in the first and grounded to second in the second. Conference on the mound is over, but Coach Broaden is still talking to the offense. McGann will be at second. Gattinella at first. Williams, a number 3 man, at the plate. Williams has driven in 3 runs in this doubleheader. Had a 2-run homer yesterday. Williams followed by Goki and Lott. And now Cazanes, with 2 on, delivers a first pitch and a strike call to Williams. Cazanes throws hard, no doubt about that. And he gets the ball and throws it. Slows down a bit with runners on base. Nobody holding either runner. And the pitch is outside. The runners were going. The throw will be to second, and it will be in time. So that'll count as a caught stealing on Gattinella, and McGann simply advances to third, no stolen base. That'll be a 2-4 on the putout. And now 2 outs with the runner at third. And the pitch is up and away. Nice attempt at a frame job by Mora, but the umpire didn't buy it. 2-1 now to Gavin Williams. Without the runners being held, the Eagles tried to take advantage. A great throw by Mora. Here's a 2-1. And Williams will foul this one to the right side. On a double steal, both must be safe for either man to get credit. So it's a caught stealing at second and a simple advance to third on the throw. Here's a 2-2 to Williams. Strike 3. And that retires a side. A very promising inning with 1 out. Turns into nothing doing for the Eagles. However, after 5, they do lead it 4-1. Preston Leach will make his college debut, taking over for Jacob Brigman, who went 5 stellar innings of just 1 earned run, 5 hits, 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts. The Eagles had a big opportunity in the bottom of the 5th, but they came away empty. The caught stealing at second base was a major play. And then the strikeout to retire the side. Preston Leach from Atlantic High School in Port Orange, Florida. Freshman, brand new TBC Eagle, makes his college debut. Did not appear in yesterday's game. Did not appear in game number 1. And the first man he will face will be Fausto Sanchez, who is 1 for 2. Now the sun is peering in toward the right-handed hitter. It might make it difficult. Left-handed hitters, at least they turn the other way. They might have a slight advantage. That also means the catcher has the sun to his right eye as well. First pitch is in there for a strike. No balls and a strike. And Leach delivers and gets a foul ball to the right side. And is ahead in the count, 0-2. 2 strikes on the hitter, which is Fausto Sanchez. A single and a ground ball. Leach from the stretch, as most relievers do, even with the bases empty. And another one fouled off. This one a little more directly behind home plate. A little bit to the right side. Count remains 0-2. Preston Leach peers in. Very well experienced catcher, Ryan Ongst. And the 2-strike pitch. This one fouled straight back into the net. Almost landed in fair territory. So 0-2. Leach ready. And the pitch. Check swing. Did he go? No, says the first base umpire. Of course, the umpire won't make a decision until he is asked. So he held on for a bit. Leach from the stretch, ahead 1-2. And now 2-2. Fastball misses up and in. Two balls, 2 strikes. And this one swung on and fouled off. Count remains 2-2. Drew Billings is back up in the Eagles bullpen. He's hoping for a chance at a second save on the day. Of course, the Eagles still bat in the bottom of the 6th. Goki, Lott, and Gorman are scheduled. This one misses inside. That's ball 3, and the count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Eagles fans cheering on Preston Leach. From the stretch, the payoff pitch misses upstairs, and that is ball 4. Leach got the first 2 strikes, but it's some foul balls and a work of the walk by Fausto Sanchez. Jason Altuve is scheduled, but he will not bat. It will be Brian Jansen. Big number 8 on his back. Jensen got an at-bat in game number 1. Popped up to the second baseman. Tying run is on deck. Right now, that's Sam Del Valle, barring any changes. And this pitch is upstairs, right over the head of the batter. Top of the 6th. 1 on, nobody out. Leach looks over his right shoulder and misses high with a good fastball. A lot of speed, but off the mark. He asks where the ball missed, gets his answer just a little bit in. 2 balls, no strikes. And the pitch, check swing, and it's 2-1. Eagles lead 4-1. We are in the top of the 6th. But again, that tying run right now in the on-deck circle. Nobody out, and the pitch. Looked like Jensen may have chased one out of the zone, and he was able to make contact. It's 2-2. Two balls, two strikes. Leach checks that runner at first. Goki holding the runner close. Strike three called. No argument from Jensen. He started walking back before the call was made, and there's one out. And Leach gets his first collegiate strikeout. Brings up number 9 man, center fielder Sam Del Valle. He has walked and struck out. Phoebus, the man on deck. Leach's first pitch fastball is in the dirt. Well, the Conquistadors are guaranteed to get the heart of the order to the plate again. We're hoping it's in the 7th. Pickoff attempt. Runner back in time under the tag. Leach was looking to get that runner. Sometimes a pitcher will just toss to say, I know you're there, but he was going for the out. There's a ground ball hit hard towards short. McGann will flip to second for one, throw to first, not in time. That's a fielder's choice. DeValley beats the throw. A good play by the Eagles, but DeValley hustling beats it. They get the out 6-4 at second. So there are two outs. And now the top of the order at the plate, Kristen Phoebus. Credit DeValley not giving up. He beat that throw just barely, but he did beat it. Phoebus has flied out 3 times. 1 to the infield, 2 to the outfield. And this one is in the dirt. Tying run still in the on-deck circle. Right now, that is Adrian Roman. Let's worry about him next inning. Leach again throw to first with some intent. Billings is the only man throwing for TBC, and the sun's making it difficult for me to see the FNU bullpen. That one is in the dirt. And it looks to me like nothing going on for Florida National, but Julian Cazanes has been really good. Runner at first, now 2 out. Leach checks the runner and delivers. This one is drilled, and this one's got a chance, and it is gone. That is a 2-run homer for Christian Phoebus, and they cut the deficit down to 1. He got it up into the wind and hit it awfully hard. He didn't need the wind's help. And the hustle by Sam DeValley to beat that relay throw to first kept the inning alive. And then a leadoff man pops the 2-run homer. Eagles still lead, though, 4-3. Well, Coach Copeland heads out to the mound. This might be all for Leach, as Drew Billings has been up and down a couple of times. He got a save in game number 1, and it looks like Billings will come in here to try to shut the door. We'll be back in a minute here on TBC Eagles. Drew Billings takes over for the TBC Eagles. Got a save in game number 1. Billings pitched 2/3 of an inning. He walked 1, struck out 1, and got a ground ball to end it after the Eagles came back from down 6 to win it 9-8. Now he's trying to protect a 1-run lead in the 6th. The 2-run homer from Christian Phoebus, scoring Sam Del Valle, who reached on a fielder's choice. The inning started with a walk. Here is Adrian Roman, who is 1 for 3. And Billings, who will give the hitters different looks, drops down from the side and gets the first pitch in there for a strike. Nothing in 1. Billings delivers a breaking ball. It stayed upstairs. Count even at 1-1. 2 outs, bases are empty. Billings tasked with getting out of this inning and bringing the Eagles up in the 6th. And that one is fouled off the handle, and it's 1-2. In the 6th, 4, 5, and 6 for the Eagles. Darren Goki, Larson Lott, Graham Gorman. Pitchers of record at this point: Jacob Brigman for the Eagles, Cole Phillips for the Conquistadors. The 1-2 from Billings misses up and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runs in. And Billings with that 2-2 pitch, got him on a changeup. Pulled the string, fooled the hitter, and ended the inning. Drew Billings gets the out. However, the Conquistadors score 2, pull to within a run. It is 4-3 Eagles as they come to bat in the bottom of the 6th. Bottom of the 6th, the Eagles' lead has shrunk from 4 down to 1. Florida National got a run in the 5th, 2 in the 6th, after the Eagles got 2 runs in the first 3 innings, 4 total. They scored 2 in the 1st and 2 in the 3rd. Darren Goki, Larson Lott, Graham Gorman, the scheduled hitters, barring any changes. Julian Cazanes is still on the mound for Florida National. He has done a fantastic job. Cazanes, 2 2/3 innings. No runs, no hits. He has struck out 2. He did walk a man and hit a man. So his job is to keep it right here and allow his teammates one more opportunity to tie it and take the lead. Darren Goki starting it off for the Eagles. He has driven in a run in each of his first 2 appearances, 1 with a sac fly, 1 with a base hit. So officially 1 for 1. He's also stolen a base. The base hit came in the 3rd. First pitch misses for ball 1. Goki in his junior year here at TBC from Bonita Springs. And the fastball catches the outside corner. 2 balls and a strike. Goki trying to get on to give the Eagles some insurance. Give an opportunity, and the pitch. That one is hit high into center field. On its way back, but it's going to stay in play. And the catch is made by Del Valle. A few steps shy of the 350 sign. Goki got under it just a bit, and that's out number 1. It got out there quickly, but again, he got under it. The ball just did not carry. Larson Lott at the plate, a hit batsman, and an RBI ground ball, so nothing out of 1. And Larson Lott swings at the first pitch. The Allen Community College transfer in Kansas. He's originally from Spring Hill, Florida. Sophomore catcher, DHing this game. And he pops this one up to the right side, and this one will get out of play. In the 7th, 3, 4, and 5 due up for Florida National. Eric Rodriguez, Cesar Mora, and Roger Villarreal. It is a new pitcher for Florida National. It is Armando Jimenez, who made an appearance in Game 1. He came in to start the inning. I did not notice that. And he has gotten the first man. It's 1-2 on Larson Lott. And the pitch, a little looper. That's going to drop down, and Lott has himself a base hit. Armando Jimenez, a sophomore from Miami. So Lart is aboard with the base hit. First hit allowed by Jimenez. Well, Julian Cazanes really did a terrific job in 2 2/3 innings. A lot of couple of base runners, but no runs. And no hits. A swing and a miss by Graham Gorman. He has lined into a double play and struck out. One strike. Runner at first is Lott. Big lead. Not going, and the pitch is upstairs. Jimenez was the last pitcher used by Coach Strong in game number 1. Here's a 1-1. That one's hit hard at short. Altuve will flip to second. They'll get the out, but the ball was dropped and re-picked up. That cost them the chance at the double play. But Altuve making a really nice play to get the out at second. So a fielder's choice credited to Gorman, who blistered the ball. And they get the out 6-4 at second base. 2 outs. Tyson LaChapelle at the plate. He's hit 2 hard ground balls, both turned into outs. And he takes the first pitch, breaking ball for a strike. If LaChapelle keeps it alive, Nate Naguris would bat next. Actually, Naguris has been called back. Blake Bandy is swinging a bat in the on-deck circle. And that one hits the helmet, and LaChapelle is on his way to first base. Eagles have 2 on, 2 out. LaChapelle is all right, and we have a pinch hitter for Naguris. This is Blake Bandy. And Blake did some hitting and pitching in game number 1. As a hitter, he got a base hit, reached on an error, and his courtesy runner, who was pitching at the time, scored a run. And the first pitch is taken at the knees for a strike. On the mound, Bandy was the winning pitcher as well. as he was on the mound when the Eagles came back in the 5th and the 6th. 1 strike, chance to drive in a huge insurance run, and the pitch. Breaking ball is off the outside corner. A ball and a strike. Long look by Jimenez, and the pitch is inside. That's ball 2. Bandy pitched 1 inning. He allowed 3 hits, but no runs. Got a strikeout. And the winning pitcher in game 1. He's ahead in the count, 2-1. He has a lot of room in the left center field gap, and the 2-1 on the way. Caught that outside corner, and that was a very generous call. The throw is in the turf, but not far enough for any advancement. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bandy's first appearance of the ball game. Batting for Naguras. Expect to see Naguras re-enter. Bandy a left-hander, and the pitch. Called strike 3. Well, the Eagles get 2 on, 1 hit, but do not score. It's a 1-run lead. Drew Billings will come in and try to pick up his 2nd save of the day. And we'll be back here on TBC Eagles. Drew Billings with his first pitch of the 7th inning. Jacob Brigman is now playing first base. He re-enters. Darren Goki is now the designated hitter. There's a ground ball to Brigman. He'll step on the bag, 1 away. Drew Billings got the only man he faced in the 6th to end the inning, and now gets a 3 unassisted to start the 7th. That was Eric Rodriguez, who hit the ball sharply but right at the first baseman. Cesar Mora at the plate. He is 1 for 2. Had a base hit in the 5th that eventually led to a run. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Brigman dropping down from the side, got a big dip to that pitch. Hello to the Cazanes family. You just saw Julian with a terrific outing. And that one is fouled off, and Brigman is ahead, 0-2. If we do go to the bottom of the 7th, it would be 9-1-2 for the Eagles. But Drew Billings is trying to make sure that doesn't happen. Florida National from Hialeah, down in the Miami area, just outside of Miami. The two-strike pitch over the top and fouled off. Tried to fool the hitter, but Moore was able to get a piece of it and stay alive. Two strikes. And the pitch from Billings, lifted into left field, should be playable. Gavin Williams puts it away. There are two down. Eagles fans liking what they're seeing from Drew Billings. 1 out away from getting his second save of the game, but he'll have to deal with Roger Villarreal, who is 2 for 3 with a run driven in. He has a double and a single. He's also reached on an error. Should he keep it alive, Christopher Rivera would bat next. And Billings' first pitch, a changeup that's outside. Billings trying to save it for Jacob Brigman, who's now at first base. And the pitch, and a tying run is aboard. Not what Billings wanted to do. He puts that tying run on base. There are 2 outs. These Conquistadors, they've taken advantage of 2 out base runners, and they've come back to put 3 on the board after falling behind 4-0. Christopher Rivera at the plate. He has walked, struck out, and flied to center. Coach Strong is walking up to the plate. And Rivera has been called back. We have a pinch hitter. Or if I'm seeing that right. Oh, it is still Christopher Rivera. I thought they were going to have a pinch hitter the way Strong came up to the plate. First pitch fastball is in there for a strike. Villarreal, the tying run at first base, hit by a pitch. There are 2 outs. The 1-strike pitch. Chopper back to the box. Billings, the toss to first. That's the ball game. Final score, Trinity Baptist College 2, Florida National University 1. The winning pitcher is Jacob Brigman, who is also today's player of the game. 5 innings, 1 earned run on 5 hits. He walked 2 and he struck out 5. Preston Leach pitched 2/3 of an innings, and Drew Billings gets his second save of the season and of the day. Brigman now 1 win, no losses. The loss will go to Cole Phillips. He's now 0-1. The Eagles of TBC now 2-1 overall on the season, no conference record, and Florida National is 1-2. They won yesterday 20-7, and they have not yet played a conference game either. What an exciting ball game we had here both times today. The Eagles come from behind to win game 1 9-8, and then they hold on and fend off a potential comeback by the Conquistadors in game number 2. So the Eagles sweep the doubleheader and win the series. They're off to a good start here on this absolutely beautiful Saturday afternoon. For Coach John Copeland, Associate Coach Jordan Broden, Assistant Coach Sammy Coffrin, Sam and Abby up in the box with us doing the camera and the stats. Alex Nunnery helping out with some information. And the athletic director of TBC, Mr. John D. Jones. I'm Ray Bureau saying good night and God bless you from Trinity Baptist College.